Hello, welcome to Class X, where we teach you in this channel how to code and play video games better. So, in this channel, I'm going to teach you how to stay technology ready. So, what that means is you're going to need to know about your hardware and you're going to need to know about your software. So, quite simply, say you got a computer. First, you got to make an account. Now, do not skip on this part. If you skip on this part, revisit it later and update it. That means you want to have a secure account. Don't share your login details or your username with anybody, and definitely make a secure password and then pay for a password manager and store your different passwords in there. Avoid using common phrases like if you're a construction worker, don't use concrete as your password. If you're a teacher, don't use education as your password. Education 1, that's what everybody's password is. So do it something in your own language, or a childhood event or something like that. So you got your secure password, you got your secure account. Next, you're gonna want to operate the cloud. You're gonna want to pay for about a terabyte of storage in your cloud, or if it's just documents, then 100 gigabytes. So you're gonna need a Google Cloud or a Microsoft Cloud or an Apple Cloud or a Sound Cloud. Just something to back up your files, because you can't if you store it all on your hard drive, shit goes wrong. One day it crashes. One day it just gets mind wiped. Someone hacks it. You get a virus. And then if you store it on USB, you lose the USB. The USB gets corrupted. You plug in the USB. The data starts transferring, and then the USB crashes. You accidentally unplug it, and it crashes, and it gets file corrupted. So you're going to want to back up all your data onto a cloud. Your photos, your documents, your special apps and shit, whatever. Back that all up onto a cloud with a good password and a password manager. Then you're going to want to pay for antivirus. You can pay for antivirus on your phone, on your tablets, on your PCs, MacBooks, on your computers, desktops. Pay for some antivirus software. So you got about $100 for the antivirus. You can tack in another $80 for a VPN to have secure internet privacy connections, and another $100 for a password manager. I mean, you really can't get by without these things. They say in the music industry, when you're recording, you can't record without a microphone stand. You can't record without some sort of recording software and a decent PC that can handle the software. So these are like $300-400. You can't get around it. If you're gonna have a microphone, you need a microphone stand. So if you're gonna use your computer, you need some antivirus software, a password manager, and a VPN and cloud. You kind of need that. You got to spend $300-400. There's no way around it. Okay, so you got that done. Then what? So you log into your computer. Maybe you could personalize a little bit. So you could set the screensaver, set the alarm clock, set the screen timeout, set the battery saver, set your home page, your home web browser, install some music streaming software, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, whatever you use. So, and then you're ready to go. Now you got local shit, but local shit requires you to download and install shit first. So if you want to play games, if you want to use software, if you want to do work from home, you got to install software from the internet. And the other part is the internet. So on the internet, it's a lot of Googling, searching, and accessing data that's online. And then you have your internet accounts, like your social medias, your YouTubes, your blogs, your vlogs, your whatever, where you upload your upload your content and share it with the world. So you got your shareable world, you got your online resources, and you got your downloaded installed apps. Okay, once again, with secure passwords and virus managers and shit like that. And also make sure your email, you got two emails. You got your email and you got your backup email. Make sure these are very secure because your email is connected to everything. All your financial records, all the communication comes to you through your email. Unless you use like social media as well, but mainly through your email. So have a couple of email accounts, very secure passwords, backed up on the cloud, and backed up with your home phone number, your fingerprint, your eye scanner, or shit like that. Your email's probably your most important one because everything else can kind of be recovered if you can prove your identity. But there's no way to prove your identity for an email. Email's anonymous. You don't give them your address and personal files and shit like that. So try and have a couple of emails backed up, safely secure. Because I lost my email, fucked me up, had to make a new email account. Okay, now why don't we do our work? One app I like to use is Microsoft Office 365. Or on the internet, if I'm on the internet, I use Google Documents. So what that means, you got PowerPoint, you got Excel spreadsheets, you got Word documents, and as well as you got Notepad. So you can do all this shit on the cloud. If you don't want to install the apps yourself, you got Google Documents, Google Word, Google PowerPoint, Google Spreadsheets. Yep. And if you do it on your PC, you can pay for $100 for the Microsoft version, downloaded, more professional. Okay, so that's simple shit. On your downtime, you're always organizing shit, right? I'm always organizing my videos, my social media posts, my photos, my downloads, my images, my screenshots, my financial records, my investing accounts, my investing positions, always organizing files and shit, my descriptions, my usernames, my shared content. So I'm always organizing shit like that. They come and go digitally. What else do you want to know? And then know where the default shit is. For example, when you use your computer and you have Microsoft Windows and you have files, because that's what Windows is. It's different files, different windows. When you got like files and you got your own name, that is in fact C users your name. C program files users your name. Local data your name. So when you're downloading shit, when you're installing shit and you want to find out where that folder is, where the saved data is for that application, know where the fuck the default is. Is it program files? Is it program files x86? Is it 86 bits? Is it in Windows users, your personal folder, documents, desktop, downloads, videos, links, music, installed app data? So you know where the default folders are, so you can find shit, because you're not always going to be selecting where the fuck, if you're downloading hundreds of apps and shit like that, you're not always going to be selecting where you're going to organize it. So know where the fuck the default shit is and where you can find the default shit. So yeah, backups are not needed anymore, because backups used to be like you get a hard disk and you get another hard disk and you back up hard disk to hard disk. Now you got the cloud. Very convenient. Just got to pay for storage, and it's all on the cloud. You can access it from anywhere, anytime you want. Then you got your hardware. So if you're running games or software, you got to know, and your new computer, you got to know how much RAM you got, the speed of the processor, the graphics video card if it could run the software, how many cores the processor is, what frequency is it? Frequency, speed is frequency, the clock speed frequency. So frequency like 4 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, 1 gigahertz. Speed of the processor, how many cores it's got, how much RAM, how much storage you got. SSD card is faster than a traditional hard disk, HDD. So you got your hardware, you got your software, and that's how you go about it. Oh, then use free resources to your advantage. So, if you're doing code, get Eclipse. If you're doing research, use Wikipedia. Like, if you're using internet, use ad blocker. There's free shit that asks for donations, but you don't gotta donate. You could just use the free shit. So you use free Eclipse development software for coding. You use ad blocker free for ad blocking. You use free. You can't get a free VPN, but you can get free downloading torrents. So you can get free music software. Google Documents is free. Always try and get free versions first, and free video editing software, free music trials and shit like that. So always get the trial, always get the free version before you ever subscribe to the full package. Because sometimes, unless you're doing it full time, the paid version is only for people doing it full time. If you're editing videos, even when I was making music, I was making professional music on my phone using the free app. Only when I decided I wanted to master with the specific percentage of intensity for mastering my tracks, that's what I got to pay for. Other than that, everything I can do for free. I can record, I can edit, I can mix, I can use different instruments, use different loopers, use different samplers, record my own beats, do everything myself on the free version. Just watch a little bit of advertisements as well and everything on the free version. If you're doing video editing, you can get the free version, and chances are you could complete your whole video free. Now, if you want to upload it in mega quality and use all the nuances, then you got to pay for it. But then you're probably a full-time guy editing videos. So always get the free version first. And that's how you get a lot of bang for your buck. You gotta get a lot of bang for your buck. For video games, you can get cheap quality video games that provide you decades of entertainment. Like Dota 2 has been around for 30 years. Counter-Strike 2 has been around for 30 years. Magic has been around 30 years. League of Legends, Battlefield, Worms, Sonic. So you got arcade games, then you got these games that are League of Legends, Hearthstones, Blizzard games, Call of Duty, these multiplayer games that are you pay once, and it's also a pretty cheaper price. You pay once and you play tens of thousands of hours. Whereas when you play a single player game, you get it costs more, and you get a more story experience, but you get 20 hours out of it, and then you beat the game and then you're done. But a multiplayer game, you can play tens of thousands of hours, always unlocking new upgrades, items, weapons, customization, player rankings, profile, friends, competitive matches, and all of that shit. So you can get games where you like them, and also they're affordable, and you can play them for a long time. Then you got poker and chess are also free. So you can play free poker, free software, free account, play free chips, fake chips. You can play chess for free on chess.com. So you got that for free. You got social media is free, messaging, uploading videos, watching YouTube is free. Twitch, streaming. So if you don't want to pay for advertisements, you don't got to subscribe to every single uploader, but you pay the turbo $12 and you can watch anybody without advertisements. So you're not supporting anybody, but you're watching everything without advertisements. For me, the one thing I couldn't get around is sports. I'm a big sports fan. Unfortunately, you got to pay the full price for sports and then watch ads as well. It's a big fucking kick in the nuts. I don't know where to illegally watch sports streams, but I am always paying $400 for soccer, for Premier League, for Champions League, for NFL, for hockey, basketball, baseball, fighting, boxing, MMA, tennis. You gotta pay the full fucking package and then watch the interviews and the media breaks and everything like that. So I don't know how to get around sports. TV's easily fucking get around. You know, people streamed in Europe, Serbia. They streamed the entire Game of Thrones anthology straight off torrent. So, and the episode comes out, the torrent comes out 2 hours later. Perfect quality, perfect sync, perfect subtitles. And they get the torrent and they watch the entire Game of Thrones anthology. No Netflix, no HBO, no Disney Plus, no Apple TV, nothing. You just get a VPN, or it's even legal there. You don't need a VPN, and you just torrent all that shit. And yeah, what else do you want? What else do you need? Remember to back up your shit. And then you got a digital footprint. Just like you organize your real life, you can organize your digital space, your accounts, your profiles, your uploads, your personal files, your photos, your cloud documents, your YouTube, your playlist, your favorite, your saved content, your bookmarks, you know, your favorite shit. You can save that as well and organize that as well. And that's really how an engineer would go about navigating technology. Then you got new features you can always try. New hardware comes out, new iPod, something cheap that you can afford, or AI comes out. You start dabbling with AI image generator, AI video generator, AI chatbot, AI science, AI product, AI work, you know, AI whatever, free to use, free version. Then you start researching stocks and finances, and you create a free investing account. You don't pay commissions. You start paper trading. You start fake trading stocks. So you start trading stocks for free, imaginarily keeping track records and see how well you're doing. Find free research. All the company filings are always free in public because they want to attract investors. They don't want to make investors pay for their data. So all the filings, all their earnings, their revenue, their sales, their cost of expenses, their taxes, their whatever, all the money they generate and pay for in their entire business, their risks, their business model, their customers, their expansions, their markets, all of that is free for every company in America, unless it's a private company. But for all the public companies, all that shit is out there. You can find it all for free. So you can do your research, invest in stock markets. The only thing you got to pay for in the stock world is opinion pieces. And these cost a lot, like thousands of dollars a year for somebody who gives their opinion. But the opinion is fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's tailored to his style. Everybody's got a different style. What the fuck he does is not the only way to make money. And what the fuck you do may not match up with what the fuck he does. So his opinions probably don't mean shit. It's for, you know, rich people that want a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of Sunday reading that are going to read these opinion pieces on stocks and the markets. Other than that, for the regular average investor, you don't need opinion pieces. You don't need suggestions. You do your own research. Free news, free apps, free numbers, free data, free research, free accounts, free commissions. All on your own for free. So you got that. Then you got your music. So you pay whatever, 10, 12, 15 bucks a month for Amazon or Spotify. And you got infinite library of music. You create playlists and shit like that. If you really like the artist, you can research them a bit more and buy their merchandise, buy their albums. Fucking, I don't know. You got your movies, same shit. Research movies in theaters, your favorite actors, favorite directors, who wins the awards. Follow, you can follow that shit. Who wins the awards and shit like that. And that's how an engineer goes about his digital lifestyle platform. What else you want to know? Oh, your education. So your education is the best part because education is so much of it is free. So much of education is free. If you want to learn to code, if you want to learn to edit videos, first of all, you got YouTube. So you can find anything you want on YouTube, different people, thousands of different videos. You got options. You got new updates, new videos, viral videos. You can see how much views it's got, how much quality and accuracy the video has. So you can find education on YouTube. You can find education with AI. Even AI can give you education now. Now it's got biases and shit like that, but you can find out at least starting points with AI. Not everything is a textbook anymore. Not everything is a textbook. Technical details are in textbooks, yes, but for non-technical, just theories and shit like that, and getting to know the subject, it's all for free. You got YouTube. You got AI. You got the internet. You got people posting on their blogs and shit like that. So politics. What about politics? So a lot of these big politics like newspapers like the Wall Street Journal, the Economist, whatever, Time, I don't fucking know. They got student versions, they got trial versions, and the trial literally lasts a fucking year. So the trial version of Wall Street Journal is $5 a month, and after a year, if you click cancel, it's gonna say we're gonna offer you another trial version for another year if you just stay subscribed. So you can indefinitely stay subscribed for $5 a month to the Wall Street Journal. I don't know about the Economist, but they got trial discount versions. Digital versions are cheaper. Then you got on X.com, Twitter. That's where all the political accounts post. And even your local news. So your local news will have an app as well, and it's going to have free shit as well on the app. So like weather and shit like that. But it's also got local and global news for free on the app. You can't pay for the TV because you need a TV, telecommunications, internet TV subscription to watch the TV. But if you get the app on your local news, you can see the headlines and stories on the app for free. So you can do that. Books. Now, books is good to pay for them. I got Blinkist. So Blinkist is for nonfiction books, like business books. It's kind of like Spotify or Amazon Music. You got all the books you want on there, but it's just summary. It's just 15 to 20 minute summaries on the books. So every single book is, even new releases, you go on there and you can read a 15 to 20 minute summary of bullet points of what the book is about and what's in the book. And then if you like what you're reading, then you can actually buy the book and own the book, or you use a library. Remember libraries? My parents use libraries, so you got a library. So you got books like that. Otherwise, you gotta just pay for the book. Amazon books are cheaper and deliver quickly. That's how I go about my day saving money. Really, the only money I spend is on food and porn. My telephones, I got 2 phones, so that's what I recommend. You get 2 good phones, and then you just charge them throughout the day. You get one of them has a SIM card, so one of them you're gonna take with you when you leave outside the house. If the battery doesn't work, you get a power bank. Literally, a power bank costs $10. Charges it a couple of three times. It'll charge it up. You get a power bank for $10. And inside the house, you alternate between two phones, charging one, using one, charging one, using one. And so you get two phones. You get your music gear. You get your Xbox, your PS5. You get your PC, your laptop, your headphones, your speakers. All that shit you only got to buy once today because everything today is top quality. Everything today is top quality. I shit you not. You can buy a fucking guitar. You can buy a PC, even a PC or a laptop. If it's a good quality one, like a $2,000 one, you buy that shit and it'll last you 10 years. You can buy headphones that'll last you 10 years, TVs. All this technology is so quality today that it doesn't break. Because 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, it literally would not last. It would not last. Every phone you had would literally die after 2 to 3 years. Like die, like can't turn on. That would happen. People would be like, my laptop doesn't turn on. How old is it? 4 years old. Oh yeah, that's old for a laptop. Of course it won't turn on. Time to get a new one. Not today. Today you can invest in technology, quality. Now if you buy a cheap shit, like I bought a $500 laptop or a $700 laptop, it is garbage. It's not going to last today. It's not going to last tomorrow. You need to save up and buy a MacBook. You need to save up and buy a Microsoft Surface Pro. You need to save up and buy a good quality technology. That way it lasts. It lasts and it's quality. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. You got to buy quality. But now I purchased that like 5 years ago, and I haven't bought anything since. All my money goes to food and porn, and I've tried to cut back on both. I got my investments, which make me money, and then my expenses, which are food and porn. My clothes, I stopped growing. I stopped getting bigger. My clothes fit me. I got my boots, my shoes, my jackets, my coats, my shirts, my underwear, my socks, my shorts. I got my clothes. I got my jackets. I got my hats. I got my clothing. So I don't pay for shit anymore except for, like, I got my music recording software, my studio, my headphones, microphone, guitar, keyboards, pianos. Piano I had since I was a kid. What is that? 20 years I've had a piano my parents bought me. 20 years, electric piano. Never got to tune it. Never breaks. Weighted keys so it feels like a real piano. Perfect. Lasted 20 years. Gonna last another 20 years. Guitars, if you don't bust them up, acoustic guitars last you 100 years. So, sports. Now that's one thing. You get good cleats. They'll last you a long time. Cleats are now quality as well. Cleats in the past used to rip all the time. Same with basketball shoes. They're so quality now, they never rip. Back then, basketball shoes also used to never rip. Basketball shoes are just quality. Skates, sticks, hockey, gloves, equipment, Under Armour, jerseys, shit like that. You never got to replace it. Like this water bottle, I've had for almost 10 years. I've dropped it. I've taken it in freezing weather, burning weather, filled it up with juice, filled it up with water, washed it, done everything to it. Perfect. So literally all my money goes to food and porn. And my life is pretty organized. All I do is I spend my time like watching TV, cleaning the garbage, cleaning the cat litter, taking showers, brushing my teeth, trimming my nails, working out, going for walks, buying food, and just doing my entertainment, watching my YouTube, my books, my stocks, my TV, my sports, doing my work as well. So creating content, music, documents, engineering, finances, stocks, writing, doing my work as well. And then it's nice because it lasts. You got memories and you got content that lasts. It's not just a bunch of random mumbo jumbo, because if it's a bunch of random mumbo jumbo, that's what kids use. That's what kids look like. Just a bunch of random mumbo jumbo. But if you organize it like a 20-year-old, you got your documents here, you got your cloud here, you got your favorites and your playlists, and your organized everything, and you got some cohesiveness. It's not just a fucking random. Your life is not a random mess. You got some kind of control over what the fuck is going on. So you can save shit, watch others, read from others, learn, educate yourself, and you can do shit. You can make your own. You can get your own talents, expertise, hobbies, skills, and be a professional yourself. So you can do yourself and you can learn from others. Anything else to say? No, it's a good time, man. It's a good time. So as always, peace. Stay classy, Toronto. Toronto in the World Series against the Dodgers. Stay classy, Toronto.